My name is Catherine Machuma Simiyu, Mrs. Wekesa. I'm a teacher at Hillcrest International School in Karen. I have been teaching art for the last 21 years, and it's been a joy to teach children. Now, I am an author of CBC books. I have written Beginning Art and Craft Learner's Activity Book by Moran Publishers, Book 1. I have also written Book 2, Beginning Art and Craft Learner's Activity Book by Moran Publishers. And I've done Book 3, Beginning Art and Craft Learner's Activity Book by Moran Publishers. I'll be referring a lot to this book because that is what I use to teach art wherever I go. So well done for joining us. Ready with your materials, a pencil, a paper, an eraser if you want, and colors. Now for your colors, you'll need crayons if you're younger, and you'll need pastels if you're older. These are crayons, okay? Crayons look like this. Pastels look the same, but slightly smaller and more detailed when you're working with. So I'll be working with both as I go on with my teaching. I want us to draw a simple tree. Some people say, okay, I don't know how to draw a tree. Do I just do a big blob of the leaves and then I put the stem? There are different types of tree. And I want to show you how to draw the simplest tree as a beginner. And I'll draw it here. If you can see, I'll draw it on this part. So I'll start down here with the stem. So I'll draw a big tree. Most zoos or orphanages have a lot of old, big trees. So what am I doing? What I'm doing is I've started drawing, but I've done the stem, okay? And now I want to create branches, then I'll put leaves. So I've already started the branch for this side, then I'll draw another branch, then I'll break that branch and draw another branch, and then I come here, I'll have branches going that way. From here I break and draw another one. So every tree that comes, you're breaking to create more branches on that tree. Every branch has a lot of breakaways that create there's too much space here, so I'll just create another branch of a tree. So keep breaking to create more branches without thinking much about where you're going. Now once you're done with that, then I'll now advise you to create your leaves. You can decide to do just simple leaves around every end of a certain stem. Some of them you just bring them in the middle like that, because they normally have a lot of shade trees with very big shades. So you have to put a lot of leaves. Then I want to color it. How do I color this tree? Definitely I have a lot of shades of green, and so I'll use them. I'll start by doing a dark shade just slightly below, to create weight. You know, something below is heavy. Then I'll introduce another shade of green just to help me cover a bit of that. Now when you're working with pencil, it's easier because you won't see these lines that I've drawn with marker. And then I'll do a lighter shade of green. The topmost must be very light. So there I'll take a green yellow, something that is very light. I can even touch with yellow to create my last shade. I can even touch with yellow. So the topmost part of the tree is very light, okay? For the stem, I'll just use brown. I'll use shades of brown, okay? And again, if I'm working on that, I'll do some dark, and then I'll do some light. Okay, some light and then some dark below it. Then I can do the same on this. So my stems just keep growing. Don't be too careful when you're working, because you start comparing yourself with what you saw on internet, and you're thinking, I'm not so good enough. No, everybody is as good as God gave you the gift. And so let me work more around here, because that's where you can see more. So when I do my stem, where there is a leaf like this, I just skip, so that I give a chance to that leaf. And some parts have leaves under, and some are being overlapped. So you allow the piece to flow, okay? And then you go back to your greens to create your many shades of green. Many shades of green. So I'll start with the dark green. I'll move on to the lighter shade of green. Then I'll end with a very light green, almost yellow on top. So you can do a lot of those trees, and then you make a monkey stand on top. You put a bird flapping its wings, standing there. So you're going to create a zoo environment, almost like an orphanage. It's like a trip to the orphanage. And so you're bringing it out the way you saw it. Maybe you've not gone to one, or maybe you have. And so I would like to urge you to learn to draw. Just learn to draw. Use basic shapes. That's what I've taught you today, to draw animals. And then use basic shapes again. Even the tree, we've done basic shapes of the tree. So well done, everybody, for attending. I'm so glad that you came. Moran Publishers have really facilitated this, and I am glad that I'm part of them, so that I may be able to just teach people how to do art in a simple way. I'm not a complicated artist. I do it with beginners. If you are 50 years and you want to begin, we will just begin here with you, with basic shapes. And so I'm glad that you came. Lovely audience, thank you.